To derive the equation of motion, let's understand first okay, let's first understand how we relate translational to rotational motion. So, okay. So rotational motion is, yeah, here we have a rotating motion. So let's start with a wheel. Now, let's assume that the wheel is moving without slipping. Okay? So the wheel is moving without slipping, S-L-I-P. Okay? Now, this is the center, diri siya nagsugod. This is X naught. And we can take this at 0. And this rotates in order for it to move. Okay, meaning dili siya dapat mo slide, no sliding. Okay? Meaning that the contact kani, okay, as this, ang contact niya is mura gaana gyud siya, no? Okay? So tawag, yeah, without slipping, it's not sliding. Okay, kaya kung mo slide man gud siya, na ay part nga mura ganig sabi tawag ana. Basta ano man siguro mo, no? It's rolling but then it's not sleeping. It's I don't know. Imagine of that kataganing mga murag sana kanang wheel nga gakuan, no? Gaana gid siya, no? So it does not sleep. Now, okay, suppose that this is, think of this point, let's say this is A. And after some time, the wheel has reached this point right here. Okay? And now, it has covered the distance D. Okay? Or this is just X, so D is equal to X minus X naught. Or if X naught is 0, so D is just equal to X. And A has also, from here, A is already here. The point now, this is now point A. No, baliktad na siya, no? Nakaana na siya. Okay? Or let's just do this a triangle. Para kuan lang. Triangle, and this is triangle. So, inverted na siya, nakaana na siya. Now, that means that from here, it has rotated an angle. This is now an angle that it has rotated. Okay, let's call that theta. What we want is to relate D and theta. But easily, we can relate this by the fact that we have to use radian measure. Okay, now if this roll without sleeping, that means that ang kumbaga pa na ay 1-to-1 ba? No? Kada point sa wheel, okay, if there are each point in this wheel is mapped into a point on this one, and every time nga kani siya moabot dire, for example, this one is mapped to here. So that means that when the wheel is here, this is right exactly below. Murag ana wang wheel dire. Nakuha ninyo? So that mapping, something like there's no 2 points here or more than 2 points which is mapped to a single point here. Okay, because if that happens, we have a slipping. Okay, kung mag-slip ka, when you slide, okay, di ba, isa ka point, because it's not rolling, right? So, isa ka point lang nga nag-touch dito, kato nga point. For example, if this is point right here, point S, and then this is point ST. So, this S is mapped to S dire. Now, this T is mapped somewhere dire, no? This is T. That means that when the wheel is here, this T would coincide. Okay? So, 1 point dire, 1 point dito. No more than 1 point here that is mapped dire. Kaya kung maana may tabo, sliding na siya. Because note that if S is mapped to multi-points here, that means that wala nagtuyok, right? There has no rotation. S is just, the wheel is just doing that. So it's actually, they're sliding. So, anyway, so if that is the case, think of that as kanaganing tape, a tape. Imong birahon na siya, right? And that wheel has rotated. And you would know that imong nabira diri is equal to that arc length right there, right? So this means that this arc length right here is, this distance, kani, it's like you pull that one, if this is 1 to 1, then that is just the same as this, right? Tama? Now, we have now related the wheel's motion with rotational motion with the translational, because D is translational motion. This one is rotational motion. It rotates. And we know from by radian measure that D is just equal to R theta, right? If this wheel is of radius R or small r. Okay? So D is equal to R theta. Or anyway, sabtan ninyo? This is actually called the arc length dire. Sometimes they use S for that, arc length. So S is equal to D. Okay? This is just equal to S. So anyway, D is the distance nga na-cover niya. Now, this wheel moves, it might not be a constant velocity, it might not be constant velocity motion. This means that when we take the derivative of the, let's just use X na lang, no? X. Let's just use X. So this is 0. So X dot must be equal to the derivative of this one also. First, the second, plus second, the first. But then R is constant because that's a circle. So only this will be differentiated. So this is now R theta dot. Or we can call this R omega, where omega is theta dot. Okay? And acceleration x double dot, this is equal to R omega or R theta double dot, which is equal to R omega dot, or this is R alpha, where alpha is R omega dot. Okay, we call this the angular velocity, and this is the angular acceleration. The units of angular velocity is rad per second, radians per second. Radian is measured as the arc length subtended by an angle in which the angle that subtends an arc length equivalent to the radius. Okay? Meaning, if this is R, this must be R. What is that angle? You can solve that, and that's around 57, I think. 57.2. So, that's the radian measure. So, the measure of this is rad per second. So, what's rad per second? What is that measurement? What is that rotation? Rad per second is something like how many of, for example, 3 rad per second, meaning in 3 seconds it has rotated by 3 radians. Okay? It has covered by 3 radians. So around 1, 2, 3, no? Diri no? That's 3 radians. Okay? So that's just an example. Okay? So, one full rotation is 2 pi rad. Okay, 360 degrees is equivalent to 2 pi. Actually, nanay rad dire, no? Sometimes we take the rad as silent. Silent kasi, no? But there's actually rad there. Because if you multiply, if rad is, because this is just a conversion of 57.2. Try to multiply that by 2 pi, you get 360. Okay? So it's just, for example, 2 pi na lang, no? 2 pi radians. 1 radian is 57. Okay? So, muna siya karoon ng translational motion. Now, this one, okay, this is a wheel. This is a rigid body. Rigid body means this is considered one body. What if, instead of a rigid body, we have an object that revolves around a certain, a certain point, equidistant to a certain point, meaning it rotates around a circle. Okay? Oh, by the way, ato lang sa ning humanon. what happens when when this one right here is constant accelerated motion? Then this will also be constant accelerated motion. That would be what would be the equation? So for example, sa a constant accelerated motion, what we have, our four equations is x equals v plus v naught over 2t. Okay? But what is x? X in terms of this is r theta, right? So this is now r theta equals, what's v? This is v, right? Which is r omega. Okay? R omega, so this is r omega plus r omega naught, no? Over 2 times t, or you can cancel r right here. So you have now theta equals, so this is equivalent, this equation is equivalent to theta equals omega plus omega naught over 2 times time. Okay? Now how about the second kinematic equation? You have x equals v naught t plus 1/2 a t squared. Again, substitute, you have r theta equals, what's v naught? That's what that be r omega naught, right? T plus 1/2 r alpha, right? R alpha t squared, and you can take down r. So this is just equal to theta equals omega naught t plus 1/2 alpha t squared. It has the same form. Okay? So, di na ako i-derive isa-isa. Meaning that you have now v equals v naught plus at is equivalent to omega equals omega naught plus alpha t. And the last one, 2ax equals v squared minus v naught squared is equivalent to 2 alpha theta equals omega squared minus omega naught squared. And that is that is because of that conversion. Okay? Okay. Now, imagine that this is a center. This is not a mass right there. There's a mass right here that moves through this path. And this is a mass m. The thing is that, is it accelerating? Is the mass accelerating? Does the mass accelerate? Does it accelerate? The mass is accelerating because it is moving at a constant, it is moving that it constantly rotates. Constantly rotates. It all constantly changes direction, right? So meaning, when it changes direction, there's this acceleration. Nakuha ninyo? There's this acceleration. And this acceleration is, even though if this is traveling at a constant velocity, constant speed, it's still accelerating because of the fact that, it is turning. Okay? It is constantly turning. So, wait lang ha. Okay. So at this point, asa directed ang velocity vector? Na-added to, right? That's where the velocity vector is. Okay. Now, we parameterize the circle, tama? We parameterize the circle. Let's assume that this is moving at a constant velocity. Constant speed. If it is moving at constant speed, then what is the x and y component? If this is the center, you have the x component and the y component, right? So we can use this angle right here, theta. And since this move at a speed, Okay, at a speed. Now, by the way, this speed does, like for example, if this is a car, this car will, a certain speed will reflect to the speedometer of the car, tama? And that speedometer, it's called its translational velocity. And this is also the same as the tangential velocity. Meaning, when you're moving there, your velocity, as reflected by your speedometer, is what we call the tangential velocity. Okay? Or just your velocity. Okay? And it's the same, that tangential velocity is the same to the translational velocity right here. Because of if it rolls without sleeping, katuganing gibira nato tong ano, right? If it rolls without sleeping, then katong x dire, that is equivalent to that. Okay, nakuha ninyo? Okay, not the x component, but the magnitude of this. Oh, katong x dot. The magnitude of x dot. Okay? So, kani atong buhaton karon. If this is moving at a constant velocity, then this is also theta. What is theta? Theta is just equal to what? According to that. Theta from here, katong dire, omega plus omega naught over 2t. But then omega and omega naught are the same, right? So this is just equal to omega t. Nakuha ninyo? This is just equal to omega t. We are assuming a constant velocity motion. So what is omega? That is the rate at which this angle changes because it is moving dire. Okay, that's omega t. Here we are still at the constant. We are assuming constant velocity. Okay? Now if that is the case, what is the vector component? If we put a vector right here, r of t, that means that our r of t is equal to x of t, I hat plus y of t, j hat. But clearly, we can see that x, what is x of t? Let's take the radius here to be capital R. No? This is just r cosine omega t, right? Simple trigonometry na siya. I hat plus r sine omega t, j hat. Okay? That is now our r of t. What is our velocity? The velocity vector now is r dot, right? R dot of t is minus omega r cos sine omega t I plus omega r cosine omega t j. Okay? And what is the magnitude of this velocity? We can call that the tangential velocity, Vt. This is equal to the magnitude of r dot. Okay? And the magnitude of this vector is just square. Tama? So this is square root of the square. So this is omega squared, r squared, sine squared omega t. Tama? Plus omega squared, r squared, cosine squared omega t, and take the square root. Now, of course, you factor out omega squared, and that would be sine squared plus cosine, which is 1. So this is the square root of omega squared, sine squared, which is now tangential velocity is equal to omega r. Okay? That's the tangential, which is just katong ganiha diri, r omega, right? Tama? And we obtained that. Diba? Remember katong diri? The velocity is r theta dot or r omega. This is just r omega. Ako lang gibaliktad ang ano. Okay? Now, what's the acceleration? Now, you might say, there's no acceleration because the velocity is constant. This is not the velocity. This is the speed. Okay? This is the speed. This is the velocity. This is the speed. What's the speed? The magnitude of the velocity. Now, this time, you can now see that sometimes the velocity and the speed are so different in their form, right? Because what's the speed? It's the magnitude of the velocity. Now take the magnitude of this, you will get this. But the two forms are very different. Okay? So what's now the acceleration? The acceleration is not the derivative of this with respect to time, but the derivative of this with respect to time. So this is now r double dot now would be equal to, this is, again, this becomes now minus omega squared r cosine omega t I plus, oh, this now becomes minus, right? Omega squared r sine omega t j. This is my acceleration. Or actually, we can think of this as, since this is x, so this is now minus omega squared x plus, oh, minus omega squared y, right? This was y of t. Okay? Now take the magnitude of the acceleration. Okay? And you have now omega to the 4 x squared, right? Square plus square. Plus omega 4 y squared, square root, which is, factor out omega 4, you have x squared plus y squared, square root. Okay? Now, what is x squared plus r squared? Wait ha. This is omega squared r. Tama? This is the magnitude of the acceleration. This is the magnitude of the acceleration. Diba? Because x squared plus y squared is r squared. Take the square root, you get squared r. Okay? That's the magnitude of the acceleration vector. Now, let's look at the force. There's a force right here, right? Because this is, nganong na may force? Because this is accelerating motion. Okay? This one is experiencing a force. And that force is due to this acceleration. Okay? So what is that force now? Okay? What is that force? Okay, that force would be given by, this force would be, F now is equal to M R double dot of T. Okay, which is equal to dot minus M omega squared sakto ba ni? R the okay, sorry, I diriha na I J. Omega squared x I minus M omega squared y j. Okay? Natanawa dire, what is M omega squared in our previous nga in harmonic motion? This is not harmonic oscillator. But remember that K is equal to, omega is equal to square root of K over M, di ba? So M omega squared is K, right? So technically, we can write this as minus K, right? KXI minus KYJ. That means that it seems that this mass is traveling in such a way that its X is a harmonic oscillator and its Y component is also harmonic oscillator. There are two harmonic oscillators right here, in the X and in the Y, but actually, it's not a true harmonic oscillator. It's a projection. Okay? The projection of the motion of this particle moving at constant velocity is just like there are two harmonic oscillators right here. What do I mean by that? Suppose you start here, and then you have a harmonic oscillator, nga na spring dire mo equilibrium, you stretch it at R, and this one is dire. And then you release, anak ni mo ni siya dire, you let it move. This will oscillate. The motion of this, what is the force by harmonic oscillator? Kx, right? And this one is Ky. Pag naana siya diri, asa ang X? Naadiri ang X, and naadiri ang Y. So, the circular motion is actually like there are two harmonic oscillators right there. But it's not a true harmonic oscillator, it's just a projection. Okay? In fact, we don't need this one. I just wrote this because we knew this from the previous topic. Okay? So, that's why, di ba, what was the solution of the harmonic oscillator? Di ba, R cosine omega t? Ang X. And the other solution of harmonic oscillator, which atong gi-omit because of the condition, was this. But we omitted it because we only said that we have to start at the equilibrium. But then if we don't need to do that. In general, you can start anywhere you want. So that's why for the particle which starts here, the harmonic oscillator in X starts dire, but the harmonic oscillator in Y starts at equilibrium. As it moves, it starts to move dito. Okay? Nasabtan ninyo? Okay. So I will erase this now. I just rate this one. And look at the magnitude of F. Again, that is F, which is M omega 4x m squared, omega 4x squared plus m squared, omega 4 y squared, square root. And as you can see, this is just equal to m omega squared, or yeah, m omega squared r. And in fact, kung imo ni siyang if you use this one instead, F equals ma, but this is now the magnitude of the force. What you get is F equals m times m dito, omega squared r, right? You get this. Sabdan? Okay? Now, what is this force? We are interested with this force. We call this force F equals minus m omega squared xi minus m omega squared y j. We want to know the direction of that force. Okay? And to know that, all we need to do is take the dot product of this with the position vector. Okay? So, F, or R dot F na lang, R dot F equals, I'll use the xi plus yj. No? So, you get, di ba, sa may pares mo, I and I lang, right? No? So, x times this, you will now have minus m omega squared x squared. Tama? Plus this times that. This is m omega squared y squared. Or what do we have here? We have now minus minus omega squared what? R squared. That's R dot F. And it's negative. Why is it negative? We know omega squared is positive. R squared is positive. M is positive. So it's negative. Okay? Now, pero wala pa takabalo asa siya. Okay? How about with dot F with the velocity? Let's take the direction of F with respect to the velocity. Okay? Let's look at the direction of F with respect to the velocity. So that means that, meaning here, V dot R dot V dot F, no? V dot F, or this is equal to R dot F. Tama? What's R dot? Katong ganiha diri, no? So, times kato. So, you have now, I have to, ibalik na ko tong R cosine because R is R sine. Now, why di ay? Tama? What was R ganiha? R of t, this is omega sine t I hat plus omega r cosine t, cosine omega t j hat. Tama? Or we can write this r as minus omega y. Right? Because this is y. I plus omega x, because this is x, j hat. Okay? Dot minus m omega squared xi minus m omega squared minus m omega squared y j. So, okay. Okay na. Now, take the dot product of this. What do I get? This is m omega cube xy plus this one times dot m omega, it's negative now, m omega squared omega cube xy, and oh, this is 0. So 0, that means that this means that f is perpendicular to the velocity. Tama? So, moment itong ganiha. Okay, balik ka sa illustration, no? This is our position vector r, and the velocity is perpendicular to the position. Right? And f is perpendicular to r. So, f could either be padulong dito or it can either be here. Right? Tama? But then, okay, I am sure that f is going this way. Why? Well, of course, first geometry, it's turning there, so it must be on the side, right? But for the fact that when you take the dot product of two parallel vectors or anti-parallel, for parallel vectors, the dot product should be positive. Pero pag baliktad ganin na siya, the dot product is negative, right? Since the dot product is negative, that means that f is going opposite exactly to r. Okay? So f is going opposite exactly to r. So that means that my force now is directed towards the center. Whatever this force is directed towards the center. And we call that force, we now have a name on this one. This is, okay, asa na to? This one. This f right here, f which is m omega squared r, is called the centripetal force. Okay? It's called the centripetal force. And this is fc. And it is directed, this is the vector form of that. It is directed always towards the center, which is opposing the position vector, and we have established that one geometrically. By the power of mathematics is that we did not have any numbers, but then now we have described everything. Okay, and that's actually that's power. You don't need to put numbers there, and from this we know exactly nakuha na tong force and everything. We started with a very simple assumption, and now here we are. Okay, so nasabta na. Now, in terms of tangential components, what's omega? Omega is B over R, tama? Because B is equal to R omega. So, sa ato pa, omega is B over R. So, this is squared R. So, this is the famous form of this centripetal force. This is M V squared over R. This is actually the famous formula. Okay? The velocity, the magnitude, the speed, not the velocity. Yeah, the speed. Okay na gyapon, kay square man siya. Ha? No, na may squared sa kanyo. Okay? Sabda niyo? Okay. All right. Now, what if this is still we are still describing what we call a kumbaga pa constant a particle which moves at a constant speed on a circle, or a wheel which is rotating constantly. But what if the wheel is rotating in a uniformly accelerated motion? What if this one, according to the perspective of the driver, it's moving at a constant accelerated motion? I mean, there's a tangential acceleration. Here, nabay tangential acceleration, walay tangential acceleration. Unsa hindi dire, this is what we call the radial acceleration, and it's directed downward. I mean, downward, it's always to the pointing to the dito, ang direction niya. Okay? It's directed right there. But do we have a tangential acceleration, meaning sa perspective sa driver, is he accelerating in this towards the front? No, because constant ang yung speedometer, right? Now, what if its speedometer shows a constantly accelerated motion, meaning it's just like the wheel is moving in a constantly accelerated motion? We are interested with that. Okay? Now, if that happens, look at what happens to the equation. What happens to x and y? If that happens, meaning that usa tong nato, x of t is still equal to r cosine omega t. This is still that one. Pero here, our omega is no longer constant. We have x of t as this. But I want to use theta instead. Why I use theta? Because there's some trouble with using omega. Unsay trouble sa pag-use sa omega dire? Because man god, bisan pag unsaon nato ang man god, what remains true? Okay. What remains true is r cosine squared theta. What remains true is that y of t is r sine theta. Now, why did that I write this as omega t? Mo tong ganiha, sakto to siya, pero naay something dito nga nilid siya to posible nga mawala ang motion dito sa circle. What I want is actually this, whether omega is constant or not, this one is always true because it's constrained dire. Right? Regardless of omega is constant or not, the fact that x squared plus y squared is always equal to r squared. So I would need to express this in terms of theta. Motong ganiha, the mess there, I think it's correct, but I don't know. There's something dito. Okay, so this is true. Okay, so I'll use this one in order to rederive it. Okay, so what would be my r vector now? My r vector would be, I write it here, my r vector, r of t would be, r na lang yan na lang r of t, this is r cosine theta I plus r sine theta j. I'll use the theta. But what is my theta here? Theta is equal to the integral of omega dt. Now, omega here could be constant or not constant. This is true. Okay? Now, take the derivative, r dot. This is r sine theta minus, tama? Times theta dot. So, you have here theta dot, negative theta dot. But what's theta dot? Theta dot is d over dt of the integral omega dt, which is just omega. Okay? So, this one right here is minus omega r. Okay, I'll write this now as minus omega r sine theta I, okay? Kani siya, unsa ni siya? This is plus omega r, same na gihapon, no? R cosine theta J. Now, how about R double dot? R double dot now dire na siya, okay, ano na siya dire? R double dot is first the second, so minus omega R the second, so this is omega squared, right? Mugawas ang omega squared. Cosine of theta. Okay? Akong butangan dire. And then, plus second the first. This is omega dot is minus alpha R. Right? Okay. Walang pakita ang pagpagi. Minus alpha, right? Second the first. And then, you have sine theta I. Dayon, kani dire, unsa man ni siya? It's minus, right? This becomes minus again. Pero nauna ko, no. This is plus, minus. This is same gihapon, no? Minus, may mo na siyang omega squared, right? Because of the theta dot. Okay? R sine theta plus second the first. So this is plus omega squared R cosine theta J. Now, ako na siyang ibalik dire. And pwede na ako i-express in terms of omega t. Ano lang yapon, cosine theta na lang para wala problema. No? So this is minus kaning ko ano, ipares na ako ni siya. J and J right here. So minus omega squared R cosine theta minus omega squared R sine theta. Okay? Wait. This is I. And then, sa J niya is minus omega squared R sine theta J plus kaning duha minus alpha R. Okay, alpha R ano to? Sine theta plus ganun alpha R ni no? Alpha R cosine theta. Wait. This is I, J. Or this is equal to minus omega squared X I minus omega squared Y J. Okay. Plus minus alpha R sine theta I plus alpha R cosine theta J. And this is my R double dot. What is my force now? What is the force? The force now is times this R double dot, right? My F would be equal to, that means that would be, my F would be minus M omega squared X I minus M omega squared Y J. Okay? Plus minus alpha R. No, alpha, I'll use this alpha Y, no? Alpha Y? Minus M alpha Y plus M alpha X. Alpha YI plus M alpha X J. Now, this was the force nga nakuha nato ganiha. That means that they still, the force now has to, there's some force that was added. When we convert from the constant velocity to the non-constant velocity, our force is, nakuha gyapon nato ni siya, there's still that force, pero na something, nadungag. Okay, so we can call this as FC. This new force now is just FC plus whatever this one is. Let's call that F what? F, what's ba? F new. Okay, this is the force that was added due to the changes in the velocity. Nakuha? Sabtan ninyo? Okay, now we want to know what is this force. That's what we want to know. Okay? And that force came out because kung sa wheel pa, instead of moving constantly, rotating, we chose to speed up or slow down. Okay? Okay. So, what we want now is, let's explore this new force because this is the result of katong. Now, we want to know what's that new force. Because first is, this was our circle. And originally, the force was just right here. When we were moving constantly, the force is always pointing towards the center. And we call that the centripetal force. Now, there's a new force, F nu, and we don't know asa na siya. Okay? That means that we can call this as our FC, and this might be our F nu. F nu. Okay? We don't know. What's the orientation of that F nu? Well, how to know it? Well, how about we take the dot product of F nu with R? Same yapon, di ba? That's what we did. We take the dot product with R and the dot product with B. And we found that it is that this FC right here is anti-parallel to R and perpendicular to B because the dot product with B is 0. Now, let's try this. This F nu, let's take the dot product, same. Let's take the dot product with R and the dot product with B. So, what's our R is Xi plus Yj, no? So, that means, okay, R dot F nu equals Xi plus Yj dot kani minus M alpha Yi plus M alpha Xj. Now we take this, so we have, what do we get? Minus M alpha Xy. This is that product, so wala na lang, I dot I is just 1. And then kani dire. So plus M alpha X Y. And this is 0. So, kabalo na ta. This F is what? Parallel to the velocity. Because it's perpendicular to the dire. So, that means that F nu is tangential. This is now F, we now call this Ft because this is tangential. Because, why do we know that this is parallel to the velocity? Because its dot product with R is 0. That means it's perpendicular to R. So there's only two possible. Padulong dito, padulong dito. But of course, we know that it must be, depending on, the velocity increases, the magnitude of the velocity increases, it must be padulong dito. If the magnitude of the velocity decreases, it's opposite. It depends on the velocity. The speed. So here, this is now F tangential. And this is now our force. So pagbalik nato, when we move at a non-constant velocity, non-constant speed, non-constant speed, what we obtain is that our force now has two components. Okay? So this force right here, this total force, let's say Ft, that total force is decomposed, into this force. This is now our F total. Okay, let's call this our F na lang. dot F. Okay? Now, this is important because we'll take the effect of this force to the mass. Nganong, asa sa ato pa, asa gid ang force. The force is right here. This is now the force. It's somewhere dito. Now, why does the mass does not move in this direction? Well, of course, for one, if this is a solid body, rigid body, I mean, if this is a road, whatever is that, you're constrained to move dira, diba? Na constrained force. That's why it cannot, the particle cannot go this way. Okay? Samot now, if that's a wheel. So, ang question nato karon is that we want to know the effect of this force to R. And by doing that, what is our R kane, right? So, it's something like, we want to know when we apply this force, what would, if this is, think of this as the wheel. Apply a force on this one, padulong dito, what would happen to the wheel? And it turns out that this force, the effect of that to the wheel is actually taking the cross product of that with R. Okay, hapit na tamuman, but please, kailangan natin ni humanon. Okay? So, R cross F. Let's take FC lang sa. R cross FC. Well, R cross FC is clearly 0. Because R and FC are what? Anti-parallel or parallel. So that is 0, right? The cross product of two parallel vectors or anti-parallel is 0. So we know that this is 0. Because, okay, so how about R cross FT? Surely this is not 0. And let's do that. Okay? R cross FT. So R cross FT. This is equal to J, K. What's R? This is X, Y, 0. We need to go into 3 dimensions pag bingon tag cross product, no? What is this? Wala ko sa ganito? No. Ano to? Negative M Y kane alpha X and then 0. And this one right here is I 0 0 J 0 0. So it only came okay, that means that this one right here is a vector either on this direction or padulong dito, right? Okay? And this one is X. So this is M alpha X squared minus, so plus M alpha Y squared. And this is actually, if you factor out X squared, Y squared, that is R squared, right? So this is now M alpha R squared K hat. This is now another quantity. And this is actually what is alpha. Okay? This quantity is what we call the torque. Okay? And the torque is a vector which is actually sa rotation. Okay? So, this is actually a derivation very different. You cannot see this derivation sa uban. This is my original nga derivation of this one. The way that I do it. Okay? Oh. Ang? Nganong? Well, you cannot get the cross product if you don't go into the 3 dimensions. It is 3 dimensions. Yeah, because na 0, 0, 3. We can get the cross product nga we don't need to go into 3 katong ARF sin theta. Pwede to siya. Pwede gyapon dito if you want. Pero you need to get this angle, right? That one. Okay, that means that, okay, this force right here, this is, unsa ni siya? The torque now is equal to R cross F. And this force nga, itong gi-apply, only this, do not affect the radial. It only affects the, okay, dire, tangential. Or that, if we spell that out, if this angle right here, okay, We call this now, okay, murag ani. If we think of this as that, and here is, somewhere here is the pivot point. Diri siya mutuyok, no? Apply a force right here, padulong dito. This one right here is called the lever arm. Let's call this R. The length of that, kung asa gi-apply ang force. Asa sa kalayo gi-apply. Okay? And this is the force F. Take the angle with the, the angle, asa ba diri? Actually, this is R. And this is F. Take that angle. Sine of that angle. But sine of this angle is equal to this. The sine of this angle diri, right? So, whatever this angle right here diri, data, that means that the torque now, take this, nakuha. So, that in terms of magnitude, that torque is equal to that force right here, there, because it's cross product, di ba? So, sa man ang cross product, R sine, di ba? The magnitude of this times the magnitude of the vector times sine of the angle between them. What's the sine of this? The sine of this angle, which is this is equal to pi over 2, pi minus theta, right? If we label this as theta, okay? Whatever this angle right here, okay? Okay, mo magunayan na to. So, tanawin mo is just the same as the sine of this angle. Why? The y component of this is the same as dire, tama? Okay? So, this is now FR sine of theta. This is the formula that you know. But technically, in terms of vector form, asa ang vector? Why is the torque going there? Ganun dito man gagkuha ng torque, sir, and the rotation is going on this plane. And then, adri ang outside. No, it's actually because the torque is that rotation, the axis of rotation is actually kung asa sa buagi ang axis of rotation. If the rotation is here, asa ang axis of rotation, di ba? Kani dire? So the direction of the vector, the rotation vector is actually where the axis of rotation is directed. And actually, usually, the right-hand rule. Okay? So this one now, right here, is the torque. Okay? Okay. I will stop right here. And di na ito mahuman, pero na ako yung mga sample problems on the torque in the previous na ako nga mga kuan. So I'll post it. That dito. That means you need to self-study. Taman dito. Okay? Taman dirita. Taman to sa torque. Okay? Sample problem lang. Ay, hata mo daan. Equilibrium. By the way, we have this torque. Last na yun. We now have our second condition for equilibrium. Because in order for things to become to be in equilibrium, there must be no movement nga mahitabo nga, no acceleration in some sort. Okay. The first condition for equilibrium is that the summation of forces must be equal to 0. Now, we need a second condition for equilibrium because, the wheel could be rotating, accelerating, whatever is that, but then it's not moving. But it's rotating, sa ba? Muna'y kuha niya, no? Posible nga, anyway, na lang. We have this second condition for equilibrium. The second condition for equilibrium is that since torque produces force, torque is actually the effect of force sa lever arm dire. When you apply a force nga naasay muraganig ka ng certain anyway. The second condition for equilibrium is that the summation of torque equals 0. Now, this is actually ang application ani. Suppose you have this and this is the pivot point right here, and you have here a mass of 2 kilograms and a mass of this is 10 kilograms. And this is ang mass, ang kalayoon ani is, okay, this distance is, let's say, 2 meters. The question is, you have a mass of 3 kilograms. Where would you put the 3 kilogram in order for this to equate? Okay? So, okay, first, what is the lever arm dire? This is now the lever arm is no? Let's call that D. Okay? Now, what is the forces? This is padulong dito, and that force is dire. Now, here, this is the pivot point. What's the torque? What's the summation of torque? Summation of torque here is, torque dire is 2 meters times 10 kilogram. 98, no? Newtons. Times sine of the lever arm. What is the angle kani? That's 90, right? So this is just 1. Now, what type of rotation will it produce? Clockwise, counterclockwise. Imagine nga, no ni pivot point. If nakakay force dire, is it clockwise or counterclockwise? Counterclockwise. That means that counterclockwise is a positive torque, so it's positive. Now, how about this one? How about that one? This is 3 kilograms. So that is plus. First, which torque it will produce? Clockwise, counterclockwise? It's clockwise. Ginadi na pivot point. So it's minus, right? So this is D. We don't know that D. That is our times. This is times 9.8 pila. 27 point 29.4 29.4 newtons times, well, sine of the angle is 1, right? Okay, so this is equal to 0. So we cannot solve D, right? D is just equal to 2 times 98 divided by 29.4. What is this? Ha? 6.67. Okay, meters. That's it. Okay. Last problem lang yun. Kani. Ladder problem. Ano ko isa kamo na lay tanawan eh. Na ako yung mga daghan dito. Okay, ani na lang. Ang gusto na mo uli, you can go. No hard feelings. Ang katong magpabilin. But if you want to go, you can go. No problem. Magpadayon ko diri in order para sa katong mga gusto nga magkuan. Okay? So, it's fine. I won't require you. Okay? Okay ra lagi, di lang ko masuko. Kaya naman po ni dito, na mga sample problems dito actually. Pero syempre, okay po to dito. Now, let's have this ladder problem. Ladder problem is you have a ladder of mass. The ladder has a mass M. And then it stands on a dire. Let's say the length of the ladder is L. Okay? Let's not put a number on this one. Pero pwede natin ibutang sa problem sa number, no? Or we can just put a number. Maybe this is 10 meters. And this is angle theta. Maybe 60 degrees. Now, suppose the coefficient of friction is mu s equals 0.4. The question is that at which height will you climb nga taman makaya, nga dili siya ma-collapse. Now, there's that height. Why? Because if naara ka diri sa ubos, dili na siya moana dito. But the farther you are dire, remember nga magkadako ang lever arm. Because this is our pivot point right here. Diba? Murag, imagine that this is our pivot point. Kung moana siya, think of that. So that means, magkalayo ni siya dito, remember that the torque is directly proportional to the lever arm. The greater the lever arm, the greater is the torque, right? R cross F. R is the lever arm. So, that means that we want to find the maximum height nga pwede nimo sa kaon if this is of mass, let's say the ladder is 2 kilograms and the mass of the person is 70 kilograms. At which height ang kaya i-hold sa kaning friction? Let's say theta is 60 degrees. Theta is 60 degrees. Okay? Now, we'll solve this. This is just first condition for equilibrium. Summation of forces equals 0. Identify all the forces. Well, right here is a normal force. And dito is another normal force. Okay, let's call this NW and NF. Okay? And there is, on the X is friction. Tama? Okay, akong klarohon ha. So, nata akong ikuha ng drawing. Na kay ane, here you have friction, Fs. Dito kay NW. And then here is N, the floor. Now, there's another, the weight of the ladder, which is acting exactly at the center of gravity, which is half. Okay? Assuming that it's uniform in geometry. So this is now the weight of the ladder. Tama? So this is the weight of the ladder. And now, let's assume that the person is here. And it has climbed. Okay, this is H. Let's take this H. It has already climbed at H. So this person is right there. And this is now this right here is the weight of the person. Okay, so let's call that WP. Okay? So the condition for the equilibrium is summation of forces along X must be equal to 0. What are the forces along X? You have NW minus Fs equals 0. Right? So NW is just equal to Fs. How about this one? Summation of forces along Y. What are the forces along Y? You have the weight of the person going down minus the weight of the ladder plus NF equals 0. Ano ni siya, no? Well, we know that NF right here is just equal to the weight of the person plus the weight of the ladder, but it doesn't give us anything. Okay, asa ba din ang H? What we are looking for is H. Asa ni sulod ang H? Wala. Because bisag asa ni siya dire, bisag asa na sila, it doesn't matter because the force, the component of the force atong gina-calculate. Doesn't matter asa sila. The effect of that force is actually through the torque. Mo to yung unaw ganiha. We need to calculate for the torque because there we will know the effect of the force applied. Okay? So what we would do now is, what's the second condition for equilibrium? Summation of torque equals 0. So each of this will produce a torque. Assume a pivot point. We'll assume a pivot point here. That means that NF will produce no torque. Why would NF not produce any torque? Nasa sa pivot point, so the lever arm is 0, including kani. Okay? Now, summation of torque. What are the summation of torques? This NW, right? So what's the angle between the lever arm? This is theta. This is 60, tama? So this is NW times the lever arm. What's the lever arm? I think given L, no? So NL sine of 60. Okay, sine of theta. And this will produce what? A clockwise torque. So let's take this a negative. Sabtan? How about the ladder, the weight of the ladder? Will this produce a torque? Yes. Okay? And this will this produce a counterclockwise rotation. So plus at positive siya. So plus, what's the force? That's just the weight of the ladder. Tama? O diyan natin i-substitute na siya. The weight of the ladder times what's the lever arm? The lever arm is as L over 2. It's right in the middle. Okay? Times sine of the angle. Sine of, what's the angle between the lever arm and the torque? So, kani, mauni siya, right? But this angle right here is, this is theta, so this is theta. Theta minus, pi over 2 minus theta. So, sine of pi over 2 minus theta is cosine theta. So, theta man eh. So, this one right here is theta, pi over 2 minus theta. So, this is now becomes cosine of theta because sine of pi over 2 minus theta, no? Nasabtan? Okay, what's another nga magproduce og torque? Kani. Right? That will produce a, the weight of the person. Now, the weight of the person is, okay, that is the weight of the plus. It's positive, no? The weight of the person times, okay, we don't know that in terms of, pero natay h. What is this height right here? I mean, that length. So, if this is h, and this is small l, so h is equal to L sine of theta, tama? Right? So that this length right here is just L is equal to H over sine of theta. So the lever arm is H over sine of theta. This is just pure geometry na ano dire. Now times the what? Angle. Still, what's the angle? Sine of pi. So this is cosine of theta. Wait lang ha, i-check lang na ako again. Because this is the lever arm. This is theta. Yeah, sine of pi over 2 minus theta. So cosine theta. Kani siya kay H. Okay. And this is equal, that is equal to 0. Here, can we now solve it? Can we now solve this one? We can now solve this. Why? All of these are given. We can now isolate H, right? Di na ko yan, Now, you do it sa inyo, ha? What is this? Kani, nakuha na to dire. But what is Fs? This is mu S N F. But what is NF? Mauni, tama? Right? So meaning we can now calculate N, the normal force on the wall. Okay, nasabtan? Because that is just the friction. And this is, Fs is tanang, okay, that's mu NF. Right? And how about this theta is na, L is na, given, that's 10. Now you do this sa inyong ano na, what's the weight of the ladder? It's given. What's L? It's given. How about theta? Theta is given. So, no ni siya diri. How about the weight of the person? The mass of the person is given, right? 70 kilograms. Theta is given. This is just cotangent theta. And now H can be isolated. 0 man to dito. And you can now solve H. Okay? I will no longer write this one. Okay, sige. So, that's how you solve. Now, daghan pag problems dito nga interesting than this. Okay? This is quite difficult, kaning ladder, kaning torque yun. Mauni may medyo lisod ng mga problems. But anyway. Okay?